Hi, everybody. It's Matthew. If you're still subscribed to this feed, thank you so much for that and your continued confidence in us as a continuing concern. We are currently on indefinite hiatus for reasons that are related to that life is just really hard right now for everybody. So, we're okay. It's just difficult we're just on hiatus. We're on a hiatus. We'd like to continue to do it, but it's just very difficult right now. Anyways, so this will probably be the case at least through the end of the year. But in the meantime, I wanted to put out some of the bonus episodes that we made that were previously behind a Patreon paywall because we have now shut down Patreon and we may never come back. So I might as well put these out so that people can enjoy them because I think that they're really fun. Yeah, and so I hope you enjoy them. And this is again Ain't Mythbehavin. Episode Ain't Mythbehavin. If you haven't caught any of the previous episodes that we've unlocked and put in the feed, is a podcast where I tell Anna about a story from ancient mythology or folklore or just some made up bullshit. But I hope you enjoy them. I think they're fun episodes. They're a little bit different, but a new one's going to come out every week for the next however many weeks I got, like 20 weeks, I think. And hopefully we'll be back one day with more saint-based fun. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we'll be able to entertain you through the medium of podcasting again soon. But thanks again, everybody, for listening. Any listening that you've done to these episodes or past episodes. And hopefully you'll hear from us soon. But in the meantime, have a blessed day. Bye.
I think I should do the introducing because you do it on the other one. Yeah. Go on, give me a shot.
All right, fine. We'll give it. Yeah, if you want to try it this time.
Yeah.
Just you. So.
Okay. Ready?
All right. You get one try. You get one take at this.
Holy crap. Okay. Welcome to Ain't Mythbehaving, the podcast about legends by people who are. I am your new host, Anna Domini.
From people who are.
What did I say?
By people who are?
It's the same thing.
Fine. Just go start over again.
You said I had one take and then you ruined it.
Then I apologize. I'm giving you another lifeline
that's very gracious. Welcome to Ain't Mythbehaving, the podcast about legends from people who are. I'm your new host, Anna Domini, and I'm joined, as always, by my saboteur and father figure,
oh, God.
Matthew Shador.
Isn't that what every father figure is?
Yep.
Chipping away your self-esteem and
Exactly. Yeah, I can't remember who I was saying to the other day, but I was like, I should really just invoice my dad for my therapy. That would be very serendipitous.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway.
You might want, you could probably split it between both your parents, I think.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Based on what you've told me off mic about your parents.
And my stepdad as well. I got a three-way split, but anyway. So how are you, Matt?
I am fine, Anna. How I've been, just hanging out with my wee man.
Excellent.
This, wee baby Tavish. Not doing much of anything. How have you been?
I've been well. I've been glamping.
Oh, yeah.
Becoming at one with nature. Pretty epic, I'd say. Waking up at 5. Probably similar sort of experience to you, except my wake-up call is just starting to roast inside a tent as soon as the sun comes up.
Yeah, you picked a good week for it, though, because it was hot last week, and now it is just raining.
Yeah.
But it's just pouring rain, so thankfully you missed that.
Yeah, that was an epic thing that I did, was planning the camping trip perfectly to not get soaked. Have you done anything epic?
I have, actually.
Wow. Do tell.
I have done something that society has deemed epic, I should say, as I was...
Because you're a dad.
I'm a dad. This is 100% what I'm saying. So I went to... when you're a parent, there's like all these play groups you can go to, where you're just basically in a big room with a bunch of other parents, and then there's just toys and things strewn about.
Yeah.
And it's basically an excuse to meet
and they're meant for the babies, but...
Yeah, well, it's good for the babies and especially as they get older, they can interact with other babies.
Yeah.
And then, but it's really, at this point, when Tavish is 4 months old, it's like really good to interact with other parents and meet other parents and, to get him a bit of stimulation, like just different things to see, different people to see other babies, whatnot.
Yeah.
And I went to one on Tuesday, and it's funny when I go to these things because I'm always the only dad there.
Yeah.
So I'm the only man that's there. And so to these women, I'm just like this weird unicorn and just like this magical figure. Because like one lady was like, so do you have Tuesdays off? Or like, it was just like, she
Right.
couldn't wrap her brain around
Yeah.
it. And I was like, oh no, I just, I quit working because working sucks and I want to hang out with my baby.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's amazing. And you realize that like, you know, because I'll say like, you know, Alice is still on maternity leave.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by all these women who are basically on maternity leave by themselves.
Yeah.
Which is extremely stressful. And I am not diminishing what they're doing, but it was just like, they're just like, that's amazing. And Alice was saying like, she was walking with another mom and they're like, there should be more men like Matthew. It's so great. She's like, you're so lucky. And Alice is like, I'm not lucky. That's just who I married. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the guy he is. He wanted
like
to do this.
The bottom line is like lower for like the bar for what qualifies you as a great person
Yeah.
is lower for men, and it's like
100%.
it's not that you're particularly great in this respect
Right.
as a caveat, but it's like all the other dads are not doing enough.
Right. Or like,
You've
yeah.
probably
or they're
been
just,
responsible for like a few domestic arguments single-handedly, like
Alice at NCT, her husband stayed home from work.
yeah, because there are some
Yeah.
dads who like, you know, change a nappy once a week and that's considered like wow, you know,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
horseshit.
But at the same time, it's like the people at the playgroup are like, well, it's amazing you do this. And I'm just like, we're doing exactly the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Like you know that like
Yeah.
you and I are at the same playgroup doing exactly the same thing. Like what I'm doing is not amazing. You're doing it too. And then, you know, it's so weird. And also like Alice is an amazing mother and she does do, I think like tons more than I do, including
Yeah.
feed the baby, you know, because he's still being breastfed. And, you know, it's so weird. It's like I'm on a team with LeBron James and I'm somehow got the MVP for all the great assists
Yeah.
I've been giving. And not even like the assists, like somehow I'm the water boy and I got the MVP.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so funny, but apparently according to society, I am a legendary
figure.
and amazing hero for going and sitting on a colorful mat and getting a free cup of coffee and like jiggling things in front of my baby. Like literally playgroup is like, here's something. Is this attracting your attention for a moment?
Yeah.
He's, you know,
Yeah.
and
So it's
Yeah.
it's ironic because the idea that what you're doing is legendary is due to a myth that, you know, it should all be
interesting.
down to the woman.
yeah, we should, yeah, but it should be, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm a feminist icon. You're breaking down gender stereotypes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to spend time with my kid. He's a wonderful person, and yeah, and it fucking work sucks. So this is way better than work.
Yeah. Well, it is work. That's the thing. But
It
it's
is
women's
work.
work, so it's not valued. I'm reading a book called Invisible Women. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Oh, is this the one about how everything is built to
Yeah.
male standards and like
Yeah.
it actually kills a lot of women?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's very infuriating. But it's a lot of it is also, it's not just about how things kill women, it's also like how these things sort of affect everything. And there's a big thing on basically women's work. So, you know, housework is work, but because
Right.
it's women that do it, it's not paid.
Yeah.
And it's not valued, and it's therefore not like recognized.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll lend
Well,
it to
when
you.
I say-
It's very good.
When I say work sucks, I mean doing a useless job in an office.
Yeah.
And that is soul crushing and boring. And
Capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism sucks. Like, yeah, the work I do with my son and,
Yeah.
and with my wife, like, you know,
It's good, but it's still hard,
great.
right? Like
It's hard.
when
Oh,
you're,
it's definitely hard.
especially given he's like quite big now. Like just carrying him around all the time, it's like not good for your back and stuff like that.
exactly, yeah.
Like I just from when I was a nanny, it's like it's rewarding, and your colleagues are like, you know, tiny people who are adorable, but it's like it is hard.
Yeah.
And it should
It
be
is.
I don't know, recognized and remunerated somehow.
Yeah, I love it. I think it was in that book because there was a lot of press around it because it was a big Guardian article before it came out,
Yeah.
and then there was a lot of press and podcasts and things about it.
Yeah.
And I think that has the anecdote where I think in Sweden, I don't know if this was a thing all over Sweden Sweden or if it was just one town, where they're like, we're going to look at every policy from a gender perspective and we're going to see how we can improve.
Yeah, I think it was Malmo or however you pronounce that.
And then there was one guy who was just like, well, at least the snow removal's not sexist.
Yeah.
And then
it
it turned out, oh no,
it really is. Yeah.
it was totally sexist. It was like, no, because we're plowing the fields, plowing the roads.
Yeah. And women
for men,
like,
men's travel patterns. And in fact, we're missing all of these accidents that are happening to women because they travel in a different way. They're using like sidewalks more. And it's like, oh no, we should focus on sidewalks because that's actually where people are getting injured.
Yeah.
But it's women. And it was like, it was amazing. It was like, when you look at it, you're just like, oh my God, everything's fucked up. We're all doomed.
Yeah. I should lend you this book.
Yeah. It seemed so fascinating. Yeah. It was like,
it's really fascinating and it's really infuriating, but it's also like really well evidenced. Like, there's like, you know, I think by page like 3 there'd been 25 footnotes already, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or are they footnotes? The ones that go in the back, anyway.
End notes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
citations. There we go.
Yeah, citations. That's the thing with being a woman. You have to bring a lot of evidence, don't you?
Yeah. Because they don't believe women.
I believed you. Every bit of evidence every bit of research you've ever given me, I believed it. Because I just don't have the energy to double check, so I'll be like, probably right.
I mean, evidence is a strong term when we're talking about saints, anyway, isn't
That's
it?
True. Yeah.
But talking of research, who have you been researching? You've done some research. You're going to get a lot of credit for the research that you've done, even though it's something I do most of the time. That's very on theme.
I'm doing half the work that you're doing. 'Cause I only do this once a month, and you do it twice a month.
Yes, yeah.
But everybody tells me what a great job I do.
Wait, hang on. But no one listens to this, right?
No one listens to this at all, yeah. But
in fact, I think you should, tell the story that you were going to tell. Wait, you should tell this epic story as a saintly story. It'd be like for next week when we're recording the main one, because no one's listening to this, so you can do the whole Tavish childcare thing again, and it will be new to people.
Exactly. Unless people then eventually, I think eventually people are going to listen. I would hope. Anyways, so
let's pray.
Anyways, so this month is June.
Yeah.
For this month, I picked a bit of British mythology.
Oh, cool.
So I felt bad that we've been picking on other cultures and other mythologies, and I thought, let's talk a bit about the silliness that exists right here at home.
Is it the mythology of the idea of like it being a meritocracy here?
Yeah, that's it's like the myth of that there's no class. Yeah. The class struggle is not real.
Rich people are in fact wealth creators. That's a common myth here.
You can pull yourself up by your bootstraps no matter what your social economic. There's no institutional barriers to any kind of success here in the UK. It's
the
amazing.
answer to your problems is try not being poor.
Yeah. Have you tried that? Have you been dining out and eating avocado toast? Well, there's your problem. That's why you don't own a home. Not the fact that, you're basically trying to buy homes against institutional buyers who are then trying to rent them out to people so that you can rent forever and basically never build wealth and stay poor for all time. Anyways, no, it wasn't that. It was actually,
well, that's disappointing.
This is kind of topical actually, because so this epic is Gawain and the Green Knight.
Ah.
Are you familiar with this?
Very faintly.
So this is an Arthurian legend.
Okay.
There are many legends that surrounding King Arthur and his court at Camelot, and famously lots of different knights.
Yeah, round a table.
Yeah, Lancelot, etc. Anyway, so
that one.
That one, Anyways, we're doing Gawain and the Green Knight for two reasons. One is this is something that I wanted to learn more about because kind of early on in lockdown, I kind of got into epic poetry and I read Gawain and the Green Knight. There's a really great translation by Simon Armitage that came out recently that is cool. It's really beautiful. And
do you have a physical copy?
Yeah, I got it right here.
We should swap books. I'll give you, very nice, Invisible Women and you can lend me that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely. But
Ain't Mythbehavin book club. It's starting.
Ain't print behaving.
Okay.
Anyways, so So,
We can think of a better name, but let's not. We shouldn't try and do that now. So sorry, you were saying about Sir Gawain.
Ink Mythbehavin. Anyway,
Nice.
so I read it, but I didn't really. I thought it's really beautiful as well. It's extremely well written. It's extremely beautiful. I was like, what the fuck was that about? When I was done. So I've looked up a little bit stuff, and I kind of looked up more things subsequently. The other thing is they're making a movie of this. There's a movie coming out.
Yeah, and is Dev Patel in it?
Dev Patel, yeah, he plays Gawain, and it looks really interesting.
Which I love whenever he's cast in anything that like gammons will think should be white people.
Yeah,
because he's great, and gammons need more winding up.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, so it seems really cool. Seems like a cool movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to revisit this, and so I can remember
that's very
the story.
savvy as well, because when it comes out, we can be like, if you subscribe to our Patreon, you can find out more about Sir Gawain, because we did an episode on him.
We did.
We
yes.
can merchandise it.
That's the thing. We got to get these topical episodes.
Yes.
So this is a rare opportunity.
That's why next week, the 4th of July, is going to be Saint America.
Yeah. That's not.
Patron saint of freedom?
Yeah. Is there a patron saint of freedom?
Probably.
Anyways,
I'll look it
so Gawain and the Green Knight is an epic poem.
Yes.
And it dates from around 1370, and it was written in the northwest Midlands near the border of Wales.
Okay.
It is a contemporary of the... What?
Kind of where Sarah's from, maybe?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was not a relevant comment.
No. I will say it takes place... At one point, they mentioned the Wirral, which is where Danny's from, right?
Yeah.
So it takes place near where Danny's from.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's the northwest near Wales. It's a contemporary of the Canterbury Tales, but it was lost for centuries.
Oh.
And so it wasn't anywhere near as popular as the Canterbury Tales. So the Canterbury Tales really never left not the public consciousness, or it was never out of print. It was always read and always taught from the 1300s on. But this was lost until about the 19th century.
Oh, wow. And do people know who wrote it?
No, the author is unknown.
Cool.
And so that's another thing. So, but the reason it was lost is because it was written in a provincial tongue rather than the formal English of London that Canterbury was.
Right.
So the Canterbury Tales is more readable to a modern audience,
right?
Because it's closer to English.
Yeah.
But this is like this regional Northwest tongue, which is we're not making fun of people from the North. This is just a fact.
I mean, I didn't think we were until you said that.
I just don't want people to. Yeah, it's just like a different
dialect.
But dialect, yeah. But the dialect is such that they were able to pinpoint it that he was somewhere from Cheshire, in the Northwest Midlands, the region of England. There are also some topographical references in the poem, which also suggest that the poet was familiar with that region.
Yeah.
As Gawain is described from making a journey from North Wales past Anglesey and through the Wirral, which is home of Danny, whatever Danny's last name is. I don't actually know.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Probably shouldn't say it on the podcast anyways.
Also, did you know that? I think I may have mentioned this on a previous episode. I can't remember, but people from the Wirral are known as Wirralians.
Wirralians. I was thinking about that when I was reading this. And actually, I was listening to In Our Time. Again, great resource for stuff like this.
If you like podcasts, listen to that one.
That one's great. Yeah. Well, it's the same basic thing, but ours is a lot more fun. But theirs,
and they've got a much bigger budget for research and production.
Well, they had Simon Armitage on the podcast. So in addition to some other people and like two other experts who one of them was just like quoting flawless Old English lines, I assume. I don't know. Yeah, just sort of gibberish.
But there you go. You assume, but it's confidence. That's the main ingredient of that, isn't it? Because no one's going to challenge him. I guess it was a him.
It was a her.
Oh, good.
Yeah. They had one lady and two gentlemen on there talking about Gawain and the Green Knight.
Oh, do you remember the name of the woman?
I don't. I think she was either an Oxford or Cambridge professor.
Yeah, because my a friend of mine from college did English, was an English student, English literature, and her tutor, Laura Ash, ring a bell? No?
Maybe.
Well, she, has become a fairly prominent Radio 4 academic. I say prominent, prominent if you listen to a lot of Radio 4.
Yeah, it's like if you're listening to In Our Time, which, for those who don't
there
know,
must be a huge crossover with our listenership and In Our Time, because we're very cerebral and take it very seriously.
In In Our Time is probably the most cerebral podcast you're going to find ever.
Besides us, yeah.
Yeah, it's it may even beat us sometimes. It's just their breadth of like, so they'll talk about, you know, classic literature, mythology, or they'll also talk about like historical events, or they'll talk about, I don't know, like science. They just talk about like, it's just like they have an incredibly smart, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's smarter than us. I'm just gonna say. So
Not sure about that.
So anyway, so it's difficult to read to modernize. It's very hard to read because it has a lot of like Norse words in it. It has weird regional dialect, and it's
Have you ever read Wuthering Heights?
Yes.
You know the way that, is it Joseph, the kind of housekeeping guy, his dialect is rendered like in the writing as very thick.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that. Fair enough.
But I don't think I ever finished Wuthering Heights.
Well, it's kind of, he appears quite early in the book, so
I don't remember. Wuthering Heights was like, I downloaded a free copy on the app. So like on the Google like reading app, I was just like, what books can I get for free?
Because it's out of copyright.
It's out of copyright, and it was like Wuthering Heights, and I was like, cool. So Wuthering Heights was kind of like the book that I would read if I was somewhere and I just had my phone and I was like waiting. So I would just.
That's not a great way to read that, because it is quite confusing.
It was like, you know, so like over several years, I got like halfway through Wuthering Heights.
Wow. I mean, that's appropriate, because it does like span, like the story spans like a few generations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that works.
Well, it's like, I don't know, yeah, it's so weird. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Wuthering Heights.
Sorry.
That's another episode.
Okay. The Legend of Heathcliff.
So yeah, I'm going to go into this story and then kind of double back about like whatever's going on.
So what's the story of Sir Gawain, Matt?
Okay.
Because I'm being the presenter.
I know, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So the story opens in Camelot on Christmas Eve.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
is Arthur dishing out the presents?
He is. He's giving out presents. Everybody's exchanging gifts, and they're about to sit down to a big feast.
Oh.
But before the feast can start, King asks if anyone has seen or heard an exciting adventure that he could kind of regale the group with. He wants to hear some new tale.
This is like when I watch movies on Christmas Eve. It's like a similar thing.
In the same thing, in the same way that like
movies, I should say.
So is it like you watch movies like nobody can sit down for dinner? I'm still in the middle of the Christmas Prince 2.
The Christmas Prince 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, so he's like, I want to hear, you know, entertain me. He's like, here we are now, entertain us. That's the royalist. Anyways, so he says this, and in a case of like, careful what you wish for, at that moment.
The story goes on for 12 hours.
Yeah. Get ready for a weird story. No, a gigantic figure enters the hall.
Do they not have a very good security system then?
I guess not. Well, I guess all the knights are inside the hall because it's Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And so I guess
they're all off duty.
Yeah. So
they should just have paid a couple overtime.
Yeah. I mean, you feel like you've got a couple serfs just like, hey, don't let anybody in. And then, but, you know, whatever.
Because
at that point,
the world doesn't stop for Christmas Day. My mum's a midwife, so she knows.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, I don't know. Like, I mean, if you put like a serf out there and like a giant guy shows up.
Yeah.
And you're probably just like, I'm not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Definitely not.
And the other serf's like, you got paid? It's like, it's an expression. Don't worry about it. So this guy enters. He's wearing green armor. But it's not even just like he's wearing green armor. He is all green. Like his skin is green. His horse is green. So he's completely green.
Okay. I thought it was like a metaphor for like new.
Nope.
No, he's actually green. Jealous?
He is literally...
Nauseous?
Yeah, no, he's literally green. Like he's... Okay. So he comes in and he's this giant man.
Eco-friendly?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he recycles. He comes in. He has an axe in one hand.
Oh.
And yeah.
Threatening.
That is a bit threatening, yes. But no, it's just an axe. Okay. But on the other hand, he has a holly bough.
Oh.
Holly. So he's got like a sprig of holly. So
Look
he's
at
just
this
like,
holly I chopped for you with my axe.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I've got this holly. It's in the season, you know, we're all cool.
It would be a lot more threatening if it were mistletoe.
Yeah.
and he had the axe.
Wasn't holly kind of spiky?
Well, yeah, but mistletoe, you know, it's like this plant will bypass your consent.
Yeah, well, good point. But yeah, so he comes in, he's got this axe. This is apparently a very elaborate axe. It's apparently like quite a beautiful axe as far as axes go. It's not just like your regular chopping down a tree kind of axe. This is like a fancy type martial axe, right?
Right.
So he comes in, axe on one hand, holly bow on the other. He refuses to fight anyone there on the grounds that they are all too weak to take him on. And
they're probably all too drunk at this point as well, right?
They're like, yeah, that's fine, dude. We weren't gonna.
Also,
so
yeah,
don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna fight any of you. Well, we were just enjoying our story time,
dude.
I mean, no one wants to fight.
You came to my house. Why are you here?
I'm not here to fight. That's for sure.
Then why are you here?
I just want to look how pretty this axe is. Do you want it in your skull? I don't want to wash blood off that.
Yeah. It's like, look, I just brought some holly. I thought you guys like to see this. It's neat. So he refuses to fight. But he insists that he's come for a friendly Christmas game.
Oh.
That's what he said. He's
sounds
just like,
scary.
I'm not here to fight. I'm here for a game.
I just want to watch you fight to the death.
Yeah. Let's see if you can last out through this game, Batman. Or it's like a Saw movie, right? So he's like, he comes in on a little tricycle. So the Christmas game is someone is to strike him once on the condition that the Green Knight may return the blow in a year and a day. And the splendid axe will belong to whomever accepts this deal.
Right,
okay?
so that they can defend themselves when he comes back on Christmas Day next year.
You don't even need to do anything. It's just a nice axe. You know, it's just like you hang that on the wall. That's a real conversation piece. You know, I think people, and you know, that really brightens up a room. You're like, people are like, where'd you get this axe? It's like crazy story.
I slapped a large green guy in the face.
Right. So Arthur doesn't say anything at first, and when he doesn't, the Green Knight mocks him.
Right, because it's like, you're meant to be the king and you're being a pussy.
Yeah, well, I also imagine it's like, wait, what is happening? I'm trying to wrap my head around why you're riding a horse in my house, number one. Number two, why are you green? You know, it's like there's a lot going on. Yeah. So like you can imagine it takes a moment to process.
Especially when you've had a lot of eggnog.
Yeah, also true. Yeah, like they've been going through a lot of let's say holiday cheer, if you will. So when he doesn't accept when nobody says anything or accepts a challenge, he mocks Arthur. Arthur then becomes enraged and stands up and grabs the axe and is about to accept the challenge when Sir Gawain, the youngest of Arthur's knights and also his nephew, asks for the honor instead.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the giant knight...
That is, can I just say, classic nepotism.
Right, yeah, I'm sure. But, you know, I mean, sure, he seemed like a good knight.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know how you get to be a knight. I don't know. But, I don't know, he became a knight. He was, you know, Arthur's kid. Or kid, nephew. Like sister's kid, you know. But, you know, he's willing to take up this challenge. So the giant gets down off of his horse and he kneels down and bares his neck to Gawain.
Right.
And so Gawain takes the axe and beheads him in one stroke.
Right, okay.
So he chops off the Green Knight's head.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that's the whole story.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. No. Wait, no, there's more.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, you're like, that's it? Wow, I can't believe this is so popular. However, the Green Knight neither falls nor falters, but instead reaches out and picks up his own severed head.
Oh my God! It's just like Solange.
It's like Saint Solange, right? Yeah. So yeah, he finds his head somehow. I don't know. I guess he can somehow see his head. Presumably, like did it like roll under the couch or something. And so he gets back on his horse and then holding up his bleeding head to Queen Guinevere while his writhing lips remind Gawain that the two must meet again at the Green Chapel.
Oh, well, that's suspicious because that sounds like he's very familiar with this. You know, the Green Knight on his green horse, meet me at the Green Chapel. Doesn't sound like very neutral ground, does it?
No. But at the same time, he wasn't a neutral. I mean, like, he was in Camelot, right? So it's like,
yeah,
now you
that's
my
true.
House.
Yeah.
But that's a bit of a burden. It's like, wait, so I got to spend next Christmas with your family? That's not fair. So, yeah, he's like, so he holds up the head, shows it to the queen, says, hey, Gawain, I'll see you in a year and a day. Peace out. Keep that axe. That's all yours, buddy. Gotta go. And then he rides out. Okay?
It's weird that he never introduced himself.
Well, he's the Green Knight.
Yeah, did he give any directions to the Green Chapel?
No, he didn't either. Yeah.
So how the hell...
Yeah.
How's Gawain going to find it?
Yeah, that's a good point. So he rides away. Gawain and Arthur admire the axe hanging up as a trophy and encourage Guinevere.
That's a weird reaction to the situation.
It's like...
That guy just rode out survived his head being chopped off. But this axe, this is very interesting.
Yeah. It's like, wait, a guy. No. Let me tell you about this axe, right? Look how well this handle is carved. It's like, but a guy just rode off with his own goddamn head under his arm. Like, no. But the axe, right? Yeah. So they hang it up as a trophy, and then they encourage Guinevere to treat the whole matter lightly. They're like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry your pretty little head about it, Queenie.
No. It's like this. Listen, we're knights. This kind of stuff happens
just
all the time.
Men stuff. We're just doing men stuff.
Don't you worry about it. Why don't you get back in the kitchen or the queen kitchen or whatever you do?
Parlor, I believe that's called.
The parlor, yeah. So time passes and autumn arrives. On the day of All Saints, which is November 1st.
Yes.
Gawain prepares to leave
That'll
Camelot.
be a really busy one for the podcast.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Jesus.
Tune in for a 24-hour episode.
Oh my god, we should actually do that. We could do like a sponsored charity one or something.
Would it be just you listing off saints?
Yes. No, but like, so some of the saints that I found are like interesting, but there's not much information about them. So I could just do a whole 24 hours where I just talk like for 5-minute little things. It wouldn't have to just be me because I might die.
Right.
So like, you know, we could marathon it somehow.
Sure. You work on this.
One of us would have to be awake like at all times, but we could alternate, 12 hours each, something like that.
Great. We'll work on that.
Look out for that. It's going to be fun.
We'll get to work on that right after we're done with our Ragnarok party that we still need to prepare.
Oh, God. It's going to be a hell of a week.
Yeah. So
Are you saying if we do our party planning around these podcast episodes, that means we're going to have a really fucked up Christmas party?
maybe. So on All Saints Day, Gawain prepares to leave Camelot and find the Green Knight, which, like, you
Could
had a
he
whole
Yeah.
year.
That's like me and deadlines,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy is like, this is classic procrastination.
Yeah.
Because it's like he has no idea where this green chapel. He has no idea who this guy is. He has no idea where the Green Chapel is, and he's just like, you know what? I'll just piss away 11 months and just hope for the best.
But hang on, if this guy, he's clearly got some kind of magic going on.
Right.
So is the chapel not just going to appear wherever Gawain is? As like,
Presumably.
it's just fate.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, really.
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Gawain's like, well, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. He's like, well, if I'm going to die in a year, whatever, I might as well just like hang out in Camelot, which I know is great for most of it.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? You only have a year left of your life, but you do get to enjoy it in the company of this very fine axe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
yeah
I don't know if I'd take that deal.
You wouldn't just look at that X every day and be like, totally worth it. That's the sweetest X. So he puts on his best armor and he mounts his horse, Gringolet.
Nice.
Okay. And starts off towards North Wales, traveling through the wilderness of the northwest of Britain. Gawain encounters all sorts of beasts and suffers from hunger and cold and grows more desperate as the days pass on.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's a whole section.
I can see why he wouldn't want to do that for a year.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Although it's a bad time in winter to be traveling.
Yeah, that's also true. You'd think you'd do some scouting in the summer and be like, okay, I know where it is. So
yeah,
then
that'll
comes
make
around,
it way easier.
Yeah. There's a section where it alludes to the fact that while searching for the Green Chapel, he had a series of adventures where he fought dragons and giants and other knights and all kinds of crazy stuff. None of this is mentioned in detail. There's no detail on this.
Wow.
It just kind of mentioned in passing. It's like, by the way.
Sounds like a very lazy author.
Yeah, it's a pretty kick-ass adventures. Don't need to worry about that, guys.
Maybe for the 11 months he was training then.
Maybe it's just like, I got to get my neck really strong.
Yeah, doing neck curls.
But the thing is, like, he's not going to fight the knight.
Because he has to let him return the blow.
Yeah, exactly. So he suffers from hunger and cold, and he grows more desperate as the days pass. As he's getting close to Christmas Day.
I feel like a dragon would have a lot of meat on it.
I guess.
And it's because it breathes fire.
I don't know.
You could let it light something up, kill it, then barbecue it.
I don't know. I think whatever allows the dragon to breathe fire would make its flesh inedible.
Oh, maybe.
That's my theory. But we could look into that.
The viability of dragon meat.
So he's hungry and he's desperate. He's cold. It's getting near Christmas Day, and he prays to find some refuge, some place to stay.
Yeah.
Then as he looks up, he sees a castle in the distance.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, cool. What luck. So
My
or
prayers
her,
have
like,
been answered.
my prayers have been answered. Yeah, it's probably more what he says. And so the Lord of the Castle, whose name is Bertilac,
Okay.
he welcomes Gawain warmly, right?
That's nice.
He introduces him to his lady, his queen.
Here is my lady.
His lady.
I own her.
That's how I introduce Alice too. It's like, that's my lady. How you doing? So yeah, he introduces him to his lady, his wife. You know, he enters his hall, basically his throne room or whatever.
Yeah.
And this woman who is extremely beautiful. Next to him is an old crone.
And he's like, this is your lady.
That's for you. I need you to take one for the team here, guy. I need a wingman. No, yeah, and it's just like there's this old crone there too, and he's like, "This is like, here's the most beautiful woman in the world," and then, oh my god. So, anyways,
and they're like, she had a career.
yeah. So for sport, the host.
My god. Always a good way to start a sentence.
Well, yeah.
For sport.
For sport, the host strikes up a deal with Gawain. The host will go out hunting. Lord Borderlac will go out hunting with his men every day. And when he returns in the evening, he will exchange his winnings, so whatever he's gotten in the hunt, for anything that Gawain has managed to acquire by staying behind in the castle.
Oh, okay.
Gawain happily agrees to the pact and goes to bed. Oh, I left this out for some reason. But when he gets there, he's like, hey, I'm on this quest. I got to find the Green Chapel.
Right.
And Berdalac's like, oh, I know where that is. It's like right over the next hill. So he's like, hey, you don't have to be there till Christmas. It's like 3 days from now.
Right.
Why don't you just hang out here, relax, recuperate.
Find some stuff for swapsies.
So yeah, find some stuff from swapsies. We'll have this fun game. You know, if you find anything like in the couch cushions or whatever, you can just change it, exchange it from
I found 20p in a paperclip.
Yeah.
I'll have that venison carcass.
Somebody dropped a $5 on the ground. I found that. I found this rock that kind of looks like King Arthur. I mean, you've never met him, but it's kind of crazy how close it looks to him. But yeah, so he's like, you just hang out here and
can I swap this crone for a steak?
Yeah. So he's just hanging out there for 3 days, and he's like, let's play this insane game, and he's like, okay, I guess, thanks. So the first day, the Lord hunts a herd of does, of deer. The Lord hunts a herd of deer, while Gawain sleeps late in his bedchambers on the morning of the first day.
Can relate.
Yeah. On the morning of the first day, the Lord's wife sneaks into Gawain's chambers and attempts to seduce him. Ooh. Gawain puts her off, but before she leaves, she steals one kiss from him. That evening, when the host gives Gawain the venison he has captured, Gawain kisses him. He had won one kiss from the lady.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of saying your wife cheated on you with me. I'm gonna kiss you.
Well, that's the thing, is like she comes in. So the way this is presented is like,
is she in on it?
She comes in and she's like, hey, my husband's gone, so
how
you're
about
pretty dashing young knight. Why don't we have at it? Yeah, exactly. We could do some lancing, if you know what I mean.
Oh no.
But so, and he's like, oh,
I'll make you
thanks.
come a lot. Sorry.
Hey. So he's like torn between, like, he wants to be nice to this lady, but he doesn't want to sleep with his guy's wife because he's being really nice to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, disrespect, and so, but he doesn't want to disrespect the lady either. So
you're
he's
very
just like,
pretty. No. I would, totally would.
So yeah, it's like, not about you.
Yeah,
it's about the situation. Okay, different situation. Fine, we can smash. But it's like, I can't with you. No, so he whittles her down to like a kiss. She's like, can I get a kiss? So on the second day she returns.
Wait, hang on. But then what does the Lord say when he's like, hang on, what was that about? That was a bit weird. I wasn't, when I said let's play some sports, didn't mean that.
Yeah, well, no, I think that the Lord thinks that he has seduced some other lady of the court.
Oh, I see.
Or some servant or something.
Right.
And so, because part of being a knight and part of, like, Gawain's, I think maybe Gawain in particular, is that he is like a bit of a ladies' man.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, part of being a knight is like this whole, like,
chivalry
you're out there
thing.
Chivalry, yeah. And we'll get the whole thing of this hinges on chivalry. chivalry
Yeah.
and the chivalric code. And we'll get into that a little bit more
Cool.
later on. So then the next day, the Lord goes out and hunts a wild boar. And again, the lady enters Gawain's bedchambers, and this time she gets 2 kisses out of him.
Oh my god.
And that evening, Gawain gives the host 2 kisses in exchange for the boar's head.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like
Sex work is real work.
Yeah, and you're dreading. I was like, "Are you dreading this?" Is like, is the 3rd day? Is he going to give him like a hand job or something? Like, what's happening? How's this? Listen, I don't want to give you this, but you asked for it, so.
I mean, it depends how good the steak is, you know.
Yeah. Well, on the 3rd day, the Lord goes and hunts a fox.
Oh, doesn't sound very tasty. Is it for like a hat?
Yeah.
Or
Well, I mean,
scarf?
the other thing is he gives him the boar's head.
Is that a tasty bit? I don't know.
No, you wouldn't eat it. I don't think you'd eat a boar's head. I think it's more like you'd mount it on a wall,
Okay.
or something. I don't know. But on the 3rd day, he hunts a fox. The lady again shows up in Gawain's bedchamber, kisses him 3 times this time. She also so she offers him a ring.
Right.
It's like, why don't you take this ring as a token of my love for you? And he's like, I shouldn't, thank you, but no, I can't.
This ring has a lot of emotional baggage with it.
I think he's also in his head thinking like, if I give the king your ring,
he'll know that where the kisses came from.
He'll know where the kisses came from, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? If I give the Lord of the Manor this ring. So then she's like, okay, but will you take, I have this green belt.
Ooh.
This green silk girdle.
Green, huh?
That she wears around her waist, and she says is no ordinary piece of cloth, the lady claims, but possesses the magical ability to protect the person who wears it from
Round
death.
their neck.
Yeah. If you wear it around your neck, it's axe-proof. So, intrigued, Gawain accepts the cloth. But when it is time to exchange his winnings with the host,
he gives him another kiss.
He gives him 3 kisses, but he doesn't mention the green girdle.
Yeah, fair enough. He's going to need that later on.
Right. But the host gives Gawain the fox skin from the fox he hunted that day.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, fox hunting is morally repugnant and nobody should do it.
I mean,
and
doing any hunting for sport, questionable.
Yeah. And they all go to bed happy, but weighed down with the fact that Gawain must leave for the Green Chapel the following morning to find the Green Knight. I don't know if the lady went to bed happy because she was trying to get some and she got turned down.
But then again, I guess, you know, he accepted the scarf. That's going to help.
Right.
So she's like probably happy that knowing that he won't die.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You're probably right. Also, she claims that it's magic. We have no evidence that it's magic.
Yeah, true.
So, Gawain...
maybe she like swapped places with the crone or something and she's actually like 500 years old, but she had this scarf.
Maybe. I don't think that's true though. So, Christmas Day arrives.
Yeah.
And Gawain dons his armor and he wraps the belt around his waist twice.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the green girdle that the lady gave him. And he heads off with Gringolet to seek the Green Knight. And a guide accompanies him out of the estate grounds. And when they reach the border of the forest, the guide promises not to tell anyone if Gawain decides to give up his quest.
Sure.
Which he refuses to do.
Because he's
a
hero, a legend.
He's a hero. He's a man with a code, right? Yeah. But this guy's like, if you just fuck off, I'm not going to tell nobody. And he's like, I'm going to see how this works out.
This is my Christmas gift to you.
Yeah. So as he approaches, he finds that the Green Chapel is only an earthen mound.
Oh.
And he hears the sharpening of an axe, and
another axe.
Is the place. Yes, I think it's a different axe. I thought he brought the axe with him, but I think it's actually a different axe.
Well, it must be because yeah.
Again, the other axe is just hanging on the wall, and Arthur's like, I can't let you take this axe. It kind of like brings the whole room together. It's kind of
mine. I want it. I'm gonna meet certain death. That's my axe.
Here's the thing: is you're gonna die either way, right? Why don't we just keep this axe? Because again, this axe is really nice.
Right. So I can bequeath it to you in my will, but like, let me have it to enjoy while I'm alive.
No, I just think it's better here. We don't want to lose it. Like, because if you get beheaded by the axe, then how are we gonna get the axe back? And then we have to go find the Green Knight, and it's a whole thing. So,
you're a terrible uncle.
Sorry. So he gets in the Green Chapel. Gawain, as promised, Gawain bends his head and bares his neck to receive the blow. At the first swing, Gawain flinches slightly, and the Green Knight belittles him for it.
So he's like, you pussy, you're scared of death.
Oh, little baby afraid of an axe severing his head. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, let me go get a diaper for you, little baby. Yeah, it's...
Shut up, okay? I'm a real man. I can take it.
Yeah. So the Green Knight makes fun of him. It's fine. Ashamed of himself.
Listen, okay,
Gawain...
not everyone can survive getting their heads severed off, you green freak.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you seem to have a very specific set of skills.
Yeah.
To besides, as far as I know, being a 13th century guy, I don't know that I can do that. And my understanding is that I cannot. So ashamed of himself, Gawain does not flinch at the second swing, but again the Green Knight withholds the full force of his blow. So he brings it down like right to his neck, but stops. It doesn't actually cut him. The knight explains he was testing Gawain's nerve. Angrily, Gawain tells him to deliver the blow, and because at this point he's just like, come on, just fucking do it or don't.
Wow.
Either kill me or fucking let me go. It's Christmas. I got things to do. But
there's a really good service on.
Exactly, yeah. Look, I'm having second thoughts about not sleeping with this guy's wife, and maybe I'll go back and do that. So Gawain says, deliver the blow, and the knight does. He swings the axe and causes only a slight wound on Gawain's neck. Mm-hmm. The game is over.
Because of the green scarf.
Yeah.
Belt.
Well, no. Gawain seizes his sword and helmet and shield, but the Green Knight laughed, revealing himself to be none other than the lord of the castle, Lord Bertilac.
What?
Transformed by magic.
Okay. So, hang on. This guy, Lord Bertilac, he just really wanted Gawain to come to his house.
I guess so, yeah.
This was a whole ploy.
It's like, I want us to be friends, Gawain, but I felt weird just asking you to be my friend. So
I thought if I gave you this pretty axe.
Yeah. So it turns out.
Oh my God. So it's like a lie detector test. He's like, I knew she was cheating on me. You have her scarf.
No. Let's listen. So he explains the entire adventure was a trick of the old crone Gawain saw at the castle, who was actually sorceress Morgan Le Fay, Arthur's sister.
Oh.
Who intended to test Arthur's knights and frighten Guinevere to death.
Oh, God. Okay.
So Morgan Le Fay's like, you know what I bet would get Guinevere is if she saw a guy get his head cut off and then pick it up, like she would just drop fucking dead.
Out. Yeah.
But she didn't. She seemed mildly upset about it, which I feel like everybody should have been mildly upset about.
Yeah.
And the nick Gawain suffered at the third stroke was because of his attempt to conceal the gift of the sash.
Oh.
So I think the understanding in the story is that the crone witnessed the kind of clandestine meetings between Gawain and the lady of the manor. Uh-huh. Right? And so she knew, and I think informed on this. But I'm not entirely certain if the lady was not
in on it as well.
Fact, in on it as well, like testing him. So the way I understand it is that this is all part of the game, and she is like testing his quality as a knight. Mm-hmm. And so Gawain is ashamed to have behaved deceitfully, but the Green Knight laughs and professes him to be the most blameless knight in the land. And he says something to the effect of like, I can't blame you for keeping the belt because you love life, and that's great. And I'm just like, what? No, everybody would have kept the belt.
Yeah.
This is not a particular.
Well, what a unique guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know what this guy likes? His head.
He's really kooky like that.
Gawain, you talk about Gawain, like, what do you like, Gawain? He's like, oh,
his head.
My own head? This is great. You know what I love most about my head is that it's right here on my neck. It's always there. And I never have to look for it. It's always just right there on my neck. But Gawain is ashamed of his deceit. Mm-hmm. And the two part on cardinal turns. Gawain returns to Camelot wearing the sash as a token of his failure. Oh. So he's wearing the belt now as like a sash across his chest, or in some accounts tied on his arm. Mm-hmm. And Gawain returns wearing so the Knights of the Round Table absolve him of blame and decide that henceforth they will each wear a green sash in recognition of Gawain's adventure and as a reminder to always be honest.
That's a nice brotherly bro code.
It is. It's very nice. They're like, oh man, you did what any of us would have done. And so they are like, don't worry about it.
They will, put on the green sashes.
So that's the end of the tale.
Oh, okay.
So you might be asking yourself, why?
Yes.
What's the deal with that? None of that made any sense to me in my modern sensibilities. And I don't understand why you told me that.
That is precisely what I was wondering.
Yeah. So the key thing is you have to understand the chivalric code, chivalry and chivalric code. So there is this idea of chivalry, which is it's like this informal and varying code of conduct developed between 1170 and 1220 that was associated with medieval Christian institution of knighthood. So basically, knights were like warrior aristocrats.
Crusade? No, okay.
So they're basically like, we're knights and we're these noble people, and we're justifying the fact that we have all these castles because we're such great people. It's basically the same thing that rich people always do, which is like, obviously I'm special, otherwise why would I be rich? And it's like, oh, or you're just a bully, right? So it's basically, it's a way to justify basically the hedonistic life that you live and make it into a vocation, and not only a vocation, but something that pleases God, right? So, because big part of chivalry is kind of marrying the ideas of being a good person in terms of being a good Christian, right? And also in terms of being a good Christian. So there's like supposedly 10 commandments of chivalry. There's like different lists, and within them, Gawain has his own 5. At one point, there's this whole section about his shield, which has a pentagram on it.
Right.
And it was like this endless knot, and it represents the 5 points of chivalry that he maintains.
Okay. So that on top of like everyone else's chivalry code?
Yeah.
Or is it like everyone has their own personal one as well?
Well, there's this 10 commandments of chivalry that were kind of like, some guy named Gauter had written this out in actually way after the fact, in 1891. But kind of like roughly, this was like basically what everybody was doing. But like the chivalric code was basically whatever you wanted it to be.
Right. Okay.
But thou shalt believe in the church, what the church teaches, and shall observe all its directions. Thou shalt defend the church. Thou shalt respect weakness, and shalt constitute thyself the defender of them. So you defend the weak.
Yeah.
Thou shalt love the country in which thou was born.
Weird.
Yeah, that one is like, so it's like, obviously your country's the best because you were born there.
Yeah. And obviously by virtue of like, you did a great job to be born there, and that's something to be proud of. That's an achievement that you did.
All your favorite stuff is there, right? So it must be the best place. That one is like,
is that responsible for a lot of bad shit?
That is, yeah. It's just like, they're like, Britain, love it or leave it, or England, love it or leave it.
If you don't like it, leave.
Exactly, yeah. So nationalism is the 4th one.
Excellent.
So
Jesus said, if you don't like it, get out, and we got to look after our own first. I believe that was the parable of the Good Samaritan. Actually, that was the message of that, was only help people who look exactly like you and they're from where you're from.
Yeah, exactly. See, thou shalt not recoil from thine enemy. So always being brave.
Unlike old Flinchy here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they call it, Flinchy. Oh, look at Gawain. He didn't want to have his neck severed. What a baby. Here's a bottle, baby. Oh, I stick it down your neck. Oh, yeah, I forgot your head's still attached. Oh.
We call him Sir Flinch a lot.
So this is a dark one. Thou shalt make war against the infidel without cessation or without mercy.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Protect the weak, kill the infidels.
That's the other thing, right? It's like, you want to protect the weak and be a defender of these people, but unless they're fucking infidels, and then just fucking burn them alive. No mercy.
They've
and
never heard
too.
of Jesus? That's their problem. Die.
Oh, don't worry, they'll meet him soon enough.
Wow.
So thou shalt perform scrupulously thy duties.
Can I just say that is so classic, the descent from casual nationalism into fascism right there. It's like, love the country you're born, kill everyone else. Yeah.
And if people aren't born here, you have carte blanche to just do whatever you want to them. Because if they're so great, why weren't they born here? Huh? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Ugh.
Think for once.
The really sad thing is there are people who do think like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't a very comedy podcast thought. It's just
that's all right.
Just that sad.
So this one's good. You'll perform your feudal duties scrupulously if they not be contrary to the laws of God. So basically, be a good feudal master, like a landlord.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Don't kick your serfs, basically.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah, unless they're infidels.
Unless they're late on the rent, then you can kick them.
Thou shalt never lie. Thou shalt remain faithful to thy pledged word. So always keep your word, never lie.
Yeah.
Thou shalt be generous and give largesse to everyone, and thou shalt be everywhere and always the champion of right and good against injustice and evil.
And infidels.
And infidels. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's implied in the evil.
Oh, right, yeah.
I feel like you weren't reading the other ones. Infidels are evil and should be destroyed. I think like that's pretty much, yeah. No, that's not
That's what Jesus wants.
Yeah, why would you reach out to those people and perhaps even at the very least convert them to your religion? But no, like, so this is our code, right?
Okay.
So the idea is that instead of being just a bunch of dicks who were the best at sword fighting and the strongest, and that's why we are landowners and run this place.
We're a bunch of dicks who also
Yeah.
are racist.
Yeah, well, it's like, let's justify why we're in charge.
Yeah.
So this is the classic thing, I feel like, where it's just like, obviously we're chosen by God.
It's
and
like the other day, Boris Johnson, so they were talking about tuition. So they're trying to sort of plug the gap among kids who've missed out on school in the last year by providing tuition, but the standard of tuition that they can obviously afford in state schools is like lower. And apparently in an interview about this, Boris Johnson implied that rich people deserve private tuition because their parents work hard, and it's just like, fuck you. Like,
yeah, because their parents work hard and probably had jobs that allowed them to work from home over the last year or so, and were able to better tutor their children. And
it's so stupid because it's like, well, we know why it's stupid. Sorry, carry on.
I don't need to tell anybody.
But yeah, basically my point is nothing has changed.
Yeah, no, chivalry is still kind of this idea of like, well, I was a man of my word. I mean, it's like you're kind of the weak, right? And you're supposed to be so generous, but then at the same time you're taxing the shit out of your peasants, and you're not like giving them the land that they work on. You're just like, basically, I'm letting you work on my land, and I'm only taking 60% of your crop.
Did you hear Jeff Bezos opened a homeless shelter for people who work at Amazon and can't afford rent?
That sounds like an Onion article.
No, it's real. And it is just like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's the thing, is like Walmart will have like training on how to apply for food stamps.
Wow.
And it's just like, no, just
pay them enough.
Do you not see what you've done? Yeah, it's like you're basically getting the government to subsidize your workforce, your slave labor. Anyways, not what we're talking about. So yeah, but anyway, nothing ever got better, and these are
happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, it's like like the UK is a nightmare and the US is a nightmare. But
the US is definitely more of a nightmare. Like, again, going back to my book that I'm reading, like the US is one of only 4 countries that doesn't guarantee paid maternity leave, and it's meant to be like the best country, and it doesn't even have that very basic thing.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's a whole thing. That's why we had our baby here in the UK, where it was 100% free.
Yeah,
so nice.
Let's keep it that way. Don't subscribe to this Patreon. Save the NHS.
Save the NHS. I don't know. The idea that anyone would ever touch the NHS, as somebody who has lived in a world without the NHS.
But this is the problem: is Tory voters don't have empathy. So if they think they can afford healthcare, then they don't give a shit about anyone else.
I guess so. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what outcome you're expecting, because it's a nightmare in America, and people. It breaks people. It literally destroys their lives to try to remain healthy.
Yeah,
that's insane. To not die. Anyways.
Sorry.
We're talking about this 12th century poem. So basically they're saying like, look, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm riding around. I'm murdering. I'm sleeping with a lot of women. I'm doing all this
But I'm honest
stuff.
about it.
But I'm honest, but I'm like a good dude, right? I'm a good dude. And it's like, by what metric? It's like, by this metric, like that I made up and sometimes follow, so.
Jesus said, love your neighbor. Fairly sure he meant this pretty lady neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. So Gawain is like, I'm going to prove myself to be a knight. So so going back to the beginning of the story, this guy shows up. He says, let's do this beheading game, which is a kind of common trope in early medieval romance or whatever. But usually it's something like you're playing this beheading game against a guy named Terror. A
normal sized guy. Oh,
well, right. or like the concept of terror, right? So it's like, or like the devil or something, a it's like you're doing this as like, it's like a metaphor for overcoming and conquering fear.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just like a weird fucking supernatural dude. And you never really get a handle on who he is or what his motives are.
Okay.
So he's like, I'm going to do this. So, by all accounts, Gawain was a brave knight, but also he was very young. And it seemed like this might have been him being like, this is my chance to make a name for myself and become like, not just be like, oh, he's Arthur's nephew.
Yeah.
Right. So he jumps up, and here's the thing is the challenge is to be struck by a knight.
Yeah.
Right. And a point is that he comes in with an axe in one hand and a holly bow in the other. You could have just hit him with the holly bow or slapped him or whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't have to try to murder this dude. That's a thing that like Arthur brought into this because Arthur lost his temper. And by all accounts, Arthur is very childish and a kind of a impetuous dude.
Man, baby.
And then, so he's the one who like changed the terms of this.
Right.
Like somehow this axe is involved. And, everybody like made this leap in logic, but it's like, it was basically that. And it was just like, you could have been like, oh, hey, I'm going to slap you with this holly bow. And then everybody has a Merry Christmas. And, fucking nobody had to be beheaded.
Yeah.
But no, like the implication is that, I have to, so he gets ahead of himself in this.
Yeah.
He's running headlong and yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, headlong as well. Nice.
Headlong. Yeah. I'm intentful.
And it's funny because obviously the key to winning a fight is not to lose your head about it. And
hey. So he does this thing. He is like, I'm gonna rise to this challenge, whatever. Apparently, there's a section where they were like, before he goes on All Saints Day, like Arthur's like, you don't have to go, and he's like, no, I'm gonna go because I have this code and
keeping my word.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my word, right? So, you get into this concept of like he goes to the castle. He faces he has the woman who tempts him.
Yeah.
And this is like, again, this is his like code. He's like, listen, I chivalry is also like there's this very macho thing as you would imagine. It's a very macho thing. So it's like
you're someone else's lady, not mine.
Yeah, but also like being a knight is also like is a lot about your prowess with the ladies, right?
Right.
So he is trying to be polite to her, but also trying to maintain this idea that he's very virile young man. And he's trying to be nice to the lady. So he's not like saying like, no, he's just saying like, I can't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever his feelings were, which it says that he's attracted to her because she's, by all counts of the poem is very beautiful.
Yeah. If you were this Lord Guy, I'm just, and you could be magic to look like something else. And you had a very beautiful wife who clearly was more interested in younger, more attractive men. Why wouldn't you just ask to be magicked into a younger, more attractive man rather than a scary green monster?
Good point. I mean, I feel like that's Morgan Le Fay's thing is like, can you be a green monster?
Oh, okay. It's weird that she has a surname. Like, everyone's like Sir Gawain and like, King Arthur, and then there's this woman, Morgan Le Fay. She sounds like something out of like a Marvel film or something.
Yeah, that's fair. So, yeah, it's weird. She's like the classic, like she's Arthur's sister.
Yeah.
Maybe half sister / maybe the mother of his child.
What? Sister?
Yeah,
no.
I don't know. She's the mother of Mordred, who is
She
Arthur's...
sounds witchy rather than princessy, surely.
Yeah, well, she's a witch, and but she's basically the nemesis of Arthur.
Okay.
And wants his throne. So she's like a trickster, always doing like crazy shit. Anyways,
nemesis, sister, possibly ex.
Nemesis-sister, yeah.
Nice.
So Morgan Le Fay's motives in this story are nebulous at best. Somehow she thought she could kill Guinevere, presumably out of jealousy. From shock.
Yeah.
From pure shock. She thought this lady who lives with like not only one disgusting knight, like 100 disgusting knights.
Yeah.
Is
she's
like
pretty tough.
She's probably pretty jaded at this point. She's seen some horrible things.
She'll be like, I've lived through a guy plucking a sword out of a stone, and you expect me to see someone's head falling off and just swoon. Well, I'm not like them other girls.
Exactly, yeah. She's like, I've seen dragons. I saw a lady who lived in a lake, and she threw a sword. I never quite understood how the Lady of the Lake worked, but someday we'll get into that. But
that's next month.
That's next month. No. I got a really cool 2-parter planned for the next 2 months, so stay tuned for that. Keep
Our 0 listeners will be really excited about
keep
that.
contributing to the Patreon, listeners. So the whole thing with Gawain and the Green Knight is he had this code, right?
Yeah.
Which we've already kind of
Bro code, basically.
yeah, the chivalry code. Exactly. And but we've already established is basically like a code for these warrior aristocrats to basically justify whatever they want to do. So it's kind of bullshit. But he has this deeply ingrained moral code to him, right? And so he, in the end, he fails by his own standard, right? So the whole thing is very tragic in many ways, where it's like he goes in and he says, like, he realized, the Green Knight's like, fuck it, man, it's no big deal. But to him, he's like, I betrayed everything I believe in. Because he's like, I lied because I broke the chivalric code, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that the Green Knight's like, it's no big deal, don't worry about it, and then he's like, no, it's a huge deal. I'm really like, I feel bummed.
Yeah.
And he goes and he puts on the green sash as a mark of his own shame, and then he gets back to Camelot, and everybody's like, man, Gawain, you're the coolest. Don't worry about it. And he's like, no, I really feel bad about this. And they're like, don't feel bad about it. In fact, we're all going to wear these green sashes to remind you forever. So
that's what bros do.
That's what bros do. Yeah, it's like, we're never gonna let you forget how awesome you are for fucking cutting that guy's head off that one time and getting us a sweet axe to hang on the wall. So the whole thing about this story is Gawain, I don't know, like I think kind of the way that I read it and the interpretation, the moral interpretation that I get out of it is that don't be so inflexible with your morality. Right? Like, so, like, that's the idea of like having a really rigid.
If a married bitch wants to fuck you, fuck a bitch.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, not his morality, but his philosophy was so rigid. So he's like, I have to do this thing that as the way that the king interpreted. So I got into this trouble where I have to like accept this challenge and cut this guy's head off. And then all of a sudden, like,
and then it's like, he didn't have to actually cut his head off. He could have hit him with the holly.
I don't know. And it's just like, who knew that cutting somebody's head off could have such negative consequences?
Traumatize you.
Yeah. and everybody's like, look, you don't have to go find this guy. And it's like, though I don't know because I feel like if the Green Knight came looking for you, that's more trouble for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
my therapist the other day said people before principles.
Exactly.
So maybe she's read this story.
Perhaps. I think that's a good example. I was like, so it's like he knows in his heart that he was dishonest by his own code. And it destroys him, I think.
Right.
To
and
some
it's like, well, just let it go.
Yeah. And it's it's like, you need to forgive yourself because you're only human. He did. And it's like, that's what the Green Knight says. He says, like, look, you did, because you love life. You did what anybody would have done, is you kept the green sash. Nobody's mad at you. I mean, I don't know. He like nicks him as like as like, this is the limit.
Cheeky little reproach.
Yeah, as like, this is the limit of how mad I am at you. It's like, I'm giving you this.
Just a little scratch on your neck. Just a little one.
Just a little one. Which I don't know. Which then I guess he also, like, every time he looks in a mirror, if mirrors exist, he always sees the scar and always is reminded of his own.
Yeah. I mean, if mirrors don't exist, lakes do, as we've established.
Yeah, lakes do exist.
He'll see his reflection.
They had invented lakes by then, but not ponds, funnily enough. So the point is that I think that Sir Gawain is a cautionary tale about having a rigid moral philosophy, or like a rigid philosophical structure, right? That you're just kind of constantly, that you're just holding yourself to this unattainable standard. And
that's cool, because like, and you said it was lost for a while and then refound.
Yeah.
Because that's interesting, because like, I don't know, when I studied ethics, like a lot of the sort of times it would fall down would be with like genuine examples. So for example, Kant believed that lying was always wrong, and it's like, but obviously if you were hiding Jewish people in your annex and a Nazi came and said, have you got any Jews in your house?
Right, exactly.
Like not lying would be tantamount to killing people.
Right.
So, and there are lots of less extreme examples as well.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, breaking the law is wrong, but
Yeah, but what if it's a bad law? Yeah.
but it's a bad law. Yeah, like, so like people, but then you say like, oh, people who helped slaves escape were breaking the law, or people who fought segregation were breaking the law, or people who were suffragettes were breaking the law by trying to vote or protesting, and all these things.
Or like even people who provided support to LGBT people. I don't know if you know that this in the UK there was a law called Section 28 where you weren't allowed to promote homosexuality, and it wasn't abolished until somewhere really recently, like 1998, I think.
Oh yeah.
And it basically meant that if someone needed like support, you couldn't support them.
Right. So yeah.
Because you were promoting homosexuality. So yeah, that's obviously a shit law. That
So-
it's like the moral thing to do is to break
Yeah.
it.
So yeah. So I mean, so that's the thing with Gawain is he follows his ethical code, or what he thinks is his philosophic, his moral and ethical code, the chivalric code, as he interpreted it, and it got him into worse and worse trouble, and then he couldn't be like a human being. And then I feel like the ending feels very dark for Gawain, because it feels like he has put himself in a position that he just doesn't like. He's always going to feel like a failure in this situation. And everybody else is like, this is a crazy story. You have no reason to be like, but yeah.
I mean, was it that crazy? Because I feel like for the standard of stuff at the time, it was King Arthur, like shit was just generally crazy. I don't know.
I mean, I suppose one of the most annoying parts about the epic is that there's that whole yada 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 of he fought a bunch of giants and dragons and things, and it's just like, because I thought Gawain and the Green Knight was going to be like the knight shows up at Christmas and he's got a year. I thought it was going to be a year's worth of questing, and like searching for the Green Knight, and maybe like
that would make more sense from a storytelling perspective.
That's like a 10-part Netflix series you want to watch. Is him getting to the so. But instead, we have this feature film, which I'm sure will be fun and enjoyable.
Again, it might be dark. Do you reckon, is it going to be released at Christmas?
No, it's going to be released in July. It's going to be released next month. That's why we're doing it this month.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. But it would make more sense for it to be a Christmas film, because they start the tale at Christmas and...
It ends at Christmas.
And... Christmas is a good time to release films because people are like, let's spend all the money.
So, Anna, did you think that this tale was sufficiently legendary or epic or heroic?
Sure. Well done.
You could...
Good job. Yeah, no, I think you're right in terms of it would have been good if more focus had been on the questing aspect. That would have been heroic. But then at the same time, it's kind of modern in a way, because rather than putting this guy on a pedestal, there's more about his internal conflict and, the fact that he's like, you said he can't be a human being, and there's in so many hero tales, there's this conflict between, the idea of the hero as an ideal and like, as David Bowie said, we can be heroes. Yeah. So it's like the nuance and the mixture, I guess, between like, what are the standards of heroism? So I think that's an interesting choice.
I think that the rigidity that that he exhibits is kind of a thing that you would see more in, I think, villains and things in most, especially modern tales, where you see like somebody, it's the classic like mayor from Footloose who's like, no dancing because one kid died dancing, or whatever Footloose happens, So it's like that kind of moral absolutism makes you more of a villainous figure.
Yeah,
and
but often having moral absolutes when it's turned in on yourself is seen as heroic. It's like you hold yourself to a higher standard than everyone else.
I suppose it's true,
and that's damaging to the hero.
Yeah,
but it achieves results.
But the thing is, like, it's not even that he holds these standards; it's that he failed himself. Like he became a hypocrite to himself, even though everybody else was like, "Dude, you survived," which is
crazy.
Yes, which is 100% the craziest outcome for what happened.
Yeah.
Considering that this started with a man picking up his own goddamn head. So I don't know. It's just like it's not like he held himself. It's that he failed his own moral standard, but because he can't, I don't know, that he has that kind of absolutism. I think that is ultimately the tragic thing, and I think that. Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a complicated guy. I'll lend you my copy of Gawain and the Green Knight.
Oh, yes, please.
You can read it, and when the movie comes out, we'll have a
we'll have a little trip.
We'll have a trip to the movies.
Yay!
And we'll go and watch.
Are they going to show it at the UPP?
Hopefully. I don't know.
Cool. If not, we'll just ask Michaela and then
get Michaela
pay another extortionate higher fee because they have a good ventilation system.
Do they know? Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know she's like worked a lot with that.
Yeah.
And anyway, but do you know this shit that's going on with them in Oriel? Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you did.
Oriel sucks.
So it's still, yes, I mean, they notoriously do suck in many ways. Like, the more I learn about the world, the more I'm like, oh, the fact I went to Oxford is maybe not actually such an asset, like a merit thing. But, yeah, I don't know. Anywho, should we do the other podcast?
Well, you're the host, so you have to end this podcast.
Sorry, okay. So, Matthew, thanks so much for telling us about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Would you say he's a personal hero of yours?
I would say not. I say, again, as I said, like, I think that he's got some problems.
Yeah, but don't we all?
Yes, we do. I mean, I guess that's the problem.
For some people, 50 Cent is a hero, and he has 99 problems.
That's
and
Jay-Z.
Gawain seems to certainly have... No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, is it?
Is.
That's so embarrassing. Are you sure? 99 problems.
Oh my God, I am 100% certain that is a Jay-Z song.
Oh, it is. Fuck. Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
This is why you don't get to host.
You gotta edit that out.
No, I'm gonna keep that in.
No.
So that when people ask me why I don't let you host, I only let you host that one time.
You'll be like Exhibit A.
But yeah, I guess
when was that song out? To be fair, 99 Problems.
It's like the early odds.
2003. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was 10.
Then you had plenty of time to learn this. Look, anyways, I think that the thing with Gawain is like, yeah, I guess he has problems, but then I guess that's the whole point of like why he's a flawed person.
Not like Jay-Z though. I got it right, you see.
Anyways.
So now you can edit it and it'll sound fine.
Great. Yeah, I guess the whole thing with Gawain is you have to kind of acknowledge your own humanity and your own shortcomings and flaws, and so I guess maybe he should be like a personal hero because he's a good example of what can happen. Maybe not a hero is not quite the word, but he's more like it's like the old Henny Youngman joke. It's like he's not a complete loss; he can be a bad example.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Nice.
But
cool. Well, thank you so much, Matt.
Yes.
And see you next month.
Yep, and have a legendary day.
Thank you, and have an epic day.
Bye.
Bye.